he telegraphed that he was only going to be working in Washington for a short amount of time, and he decided this was the week to walk out.
He's just like, I'm stepping away. I've done my stuff with Doge, and he got a golden key from Willy Wonka, the president. I don't know if he then gets to see what goes on in the Oval Office some other time. Not quite sure, but that was an actual screen grab from that particular exchange at the Oval Office this past Friday. And it's a far cry from the man who is jumping on stage 2 inches off the ground, excited to be a part of the whole thing.
You're right about that. He seems like a deflated person. And then he puts out this tweet on Twitter, which is now called X, but we all call it Twitter, saying, I can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. He's referring to the president's big, beautiful bill. Shame on you for those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. And I just want to take us back a couple of months as we made, admittedly not a bold prediction, but a prediction nonetheless, that at some point, if you're friends with Donald Trump, you just stop being friends with Donald Trump. It doesn't take much for it to happen. I mean, I don't know what makes Elon think that Trump will always be his best friend. He won't. We know this. Or vice versa.
What about Michael Cohen or
right? That's what I mean.
Rudy Giuliani or Mike Pence or John Bolton or stop me when I'm still president.
It is just, look at the graveyard just littered with people that Trump has thrown away. And the other way is true. I mean, if Elon may get something up his butt and decide he hates Donald Trump all of a sudden, and I mean, it's just that's the way this soap opera always plays out.
It played out exactly as we called it, especially you, that take at the end of like, well, we know the Trump thing goes by the wayside, but who's to say that Elon doesn't vacillate? And now we have it on both sides of the equation.
And you just know it's going to happen with other people. Who's the press secretary with she's always got the big rapper cross on?
Levitt, Catherine Levitt.
Caroline Levitt. Or his chief of staff, or there are going to be more people who will walk out the door and go, holy crap, that was weird. I don't know what I was thinking. Or he's going to kick somebody to the curb. I mean, it's just the way it happens, and it's going to happen again.
Comment below on this video or comment right now. Who's the next one to have the riff? I'm thinking Lutnick's gone. I'm thinking Lutnick, the doof with the tariffs. I think once that thing goes awry and people start really getting, I think Lutnick's going to be out the door. Lutnick or Bessent?
Yeah, Bessent. That's the one that feels like it to me because he's kind of taken the heat. I don't know. It's going to be.
You know who else may be a dark horse in that one?
Hegseth.
Bongino. Did you see the interview Bongino did at Fox and Friends where he looked so depressed of like, I gave up everything.
I gave up everything for this. I mean, my wife is struggling. Everything.
He slipped out like, we're divorced. I mean, separated.
But I stare at these four walls all day in D.C., by myself, divorced from my wife. Not divorced, but I mean, separated, divorced. And it's hard. I mean, we love each other, and it's hard to be apart.
Yeesh. Not what I was expecting.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a Hegseth. I mean, there's a number of people who could be teetering on the edge there. And it's like the guy, hate the guy, whatever. That's just the way this plays out.